So this is all about scaling, but knowing your team, knowing yourself, and reviewing what goes on. It's easy to just get in the rut of, doing some marketing every day, going out and doing viewings every day, making offers every day. Another month passes by, a quarter passes by. We don't really know what's going on. Your team are out there doing stuff. You're not sure what's happening. And nothing's really going to scale quickly if you don't know what's happening. You've got to have your fingers on the pulse of everything. And if it's just you at the beginning of this, even if it's month one and it's just you, no one else, you still need to sit down, find time and do your scorecards. It's really important. So these are done for all the staff. So you can see, put the staff name here. But if it's just yourself, do yourself. But first and foremost, do yourself. So, as the CEO of the business, what is the vision for the role? So my vision for the role now is to efficiently work on the business and manage everybody in all the core departments to make sure that we're continually bringing revenue into the business and we're continuing to deliver a better product to the market and a better customer experience to either our tenants or our guests. So that is the vision of the role, and make sure that we are working well with our investors and they're all on board and they're getting, good communication and everything. Just, that's the vision for my role. That's how I see my company. I see it as this really helpful, value-adding business, and I want to make sure that we're delivering on that all the time. So ultimately, though, I want to make sure that we're making money and improving on that as well. So how can I, add more revenue in the business? What are the streams can we look at? What are the JV relationships can we have, et cetera, et cetera. So define your vision for the business, for the role. And if this is, marketing manager or virtual assistant, then they, define the vision for the role. Define what is an A player in that role. So somebody that, motivates that team, somebody that brings in revenue, does what they are asking others to do, has done what they're asking others to do, knows what they're talking about. That is an A player. Will roll the sleeves up when required, is a motivator, and that for me is a CEO A player. So the skill sets, the role competencies. So obviously I've left a few of these in here. So efficiency, honesty, organizational skills, attention to detail, radical responsibility, et cetera, et cetera. These are all the core skill sets that I think a successful CEO requires. And I like to think that I portray a lot of them, and that's how I want to be known as. So I work on these elements. So personal success, my result will be an absolute success if I have access to mentorship from outside sources to keep me sharp. So, I'm mentoring you. I have mentors because I firmly believe that that is the best way to scale. I can't expect somebody to invest in a mentorship if I don't believe in mentorship myself. So, I firmly believe in it. I've done many of them and I will continue to do them. I'm on a 12-month one now and it's gone fantastically well. And, I might continue after 12 months. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But the results I've had so far are great. And I want to continue to build on that. So I am a firm believer that you should do that. If I develop my leadership skills in order to clearly communicate and motivate a team. So that's one thing that I feel like need to, we've gone remote now out the office. So it's a skill set that I need to work on this month. So key topics to learn and areas you want to develop in, obviously business growth strategies and leadership abilities. So for someone in the marketing department, this might not be their development. This might be, Photoshop and, creating better adverts or something like that. It needs to be there. KPI overview. So as the CEO, all I'm really interested in is revenue and profit, what the profit margin is. So I'll have what my target is and what the absolute bare minimum is. And I need to hold myself accountable to achieving those results. So it's me that achieves those results, not the staff, not everybody that I work with. Yes, they're a fundamental part to achieving the results, but if we fail, it's me that's failed, not them. And that's how I believe a good CEO should operate mentally. They've got to take, just because other people are doing tasks doesn't mean that you pass the blame if the company fails. You still control it. It's still your business. You're still pulling the strings. You need to make sure that you're on the pulse and you're pushing things. So role responsibilities, just detail them out. And I'll leave these in here so it gives you a bit of flavor of what to do. And then you would go into the monthly review. And this is really important so that we can understand, and I can understand how people are feeling about the business, how I can make the business better. So, we'll go through, say this with MFA in marketing, and, we'll go through all this and we'll define these clearly. And then I want them to feel comfortable in telling me this information, or more than likely I'll send them the document to complete themselves, and then we'll review it. So we go through sort of the satisfaction scores, KPIs, all that sort of stuff, and then, manager feedback. So, I'd have a discussion what they think went well, where they think they can improve, how do they define their month's success. And then these are really important. So I want them to rate themselves. So I feel confident about the direction the company is headed in. I feel good about the decisions made in the past. I enjoy working with Luke Holmes. So I want to know how they feel about the company, how they feel about their team, how they feel about their role, how they feel about their productivity. And I want to know about their core values as well. So I want them to, and that relates back to the scorecard of the core values. So, we need them to, here we go, the roles and responsibilities, the core values. I want them to rate themselves as well. And then also, if they are working under a manager, I want them to, directly rate their support that they're getting. So they might think that they act as a great team player, strength, but then they might feel like their manager's only okay, or maybe, an area of growth. So it's really important that we get this feedback from everybody in the business, and this filters all the way down. What should the company do more of? What should we do less of? What should the company start doing? What should we stop doing? And then again, roles and responsibility, strategic, what they feel about it, what they feel about the support. And by getting this information back, you can hopefully see how powerful it is to then making your business better, because good feedback gets you, to the next level. You cannot do all this alone. If you want to be a big business, you cannot scale alone. So use these reports there below the video, make a copy of your own, start analyzing yourself, and then start analyzing your team. I do it on the start the process on the 28th of every month, and I like to get it finished by the 30th, get all the members of the team to complete them. And it really helps move the business forward and gives me a good idea of what I need to do for the next month to make it a better business and ultimately achieve my scorecard and move the business forward. So hope that helps. Any questions, drop them into the group. And as always, if something pops up that you want some help with from maybe one of the questions, if you've got a dissatisfied staff member, you want to know how to, solve it, pop them into the group or jump on a call and we can get that sorted for you.